shabby Saturday afternoon. I'm going to the Co-op Arena tonight to watch the boxing, which I'm looking forward to. But I hope all you guys who are suffering in addiction are starting to take a back seat and starting to evolve yourself. What can I say? I mean, either evolve or dissolve. It's one or the two. You can do either or. I mean, it doesn't affect me. It's reconnecting. It keeps going. I don't know why I've got fucking 5G. Got 5G showing at the top. It's a bit of a low signal for some reason. Sometimes people drive past with app tags under the fucking under the wings of the cars or the vans or the vehicles for one reason or another, which is nothing to do with me, but it's Liverpool for you, and every other big city in the country. So yeah, I'm just sat off chilling, waiting for the algorithm to kick off and get some more subscribers in. I'm on 80 now. My channel's only been back up for 3 weeks, and I already have 80 subscribers, which is quite a feat, to be honest with you. I wasn't expecting to get to 80 so quick, but hopefully by the end of the year I'll be able to get monetized to start traveling. I mean, I've booked my first leg, but that's September. I'll talk about that nearer time. But guys, drug addiction is for fucking fools. I mean, we can't help it. I'm an addict, but I'm in recovery. There's a big difference of being a drug addict and being in recovery than what it is being in active addiction. Now, at the end of the day, there's only you guys talking to addicts, gamblers, sex addicts, drug addicts, any addicts you want. You know, it's a difficult thing to get out of you. You know, I've had the odd lapse, not relapse. I've had the odd lapse myself in the past 10 years. You know, we all have lapses as addicts. You've got to remember this, guys, me included. I mean, I'm preaching on here, but I make mistakes as well. The difference is I don't relapse. I have the odd lapse, and I still have the odd lapse to this day. I'm not going to sit here and lie to people and say, oh, I'm Mr. Perfect, Miss Prim and Proper, when I'm far from it. You know, I aspire to be perfect, but the bottom line is I'm not perfect, and nobody will ever be perfect. If you're suffering from mental health, it's a sticky subject for me, because even though I've got so much expertise, as in first-hand hospital admissions and things like that, I've got to be careful what I say, because I'm not medically trained. But with drug addiction, it's completely different. I can say what the fucking hell I want, because it's my personal experience. Now, excuse me. It's my personal experience, and I'm going to the Co-op Live tonight, watching the boxing. I cannot wait. It's going to be fucking fireworks. I really cannot wait. You know, I love me boxing. I was going to do a boxing channel. I set one up, but I thought, you know what? Until I've got my memorabilia for my mother's, who is on the Scandinavian cruise for 3 weeks, there's no point just on a blank canvas, a blank wall like this. It's a bit different for this channel, you know. I don't want to put all posters up. I was going to put all posters up around me of different mental health charities. I'm going to try it, and if I get copyrighted, then I'll take them down. But I'm going to go to the library on Monday, and I've just opened an 0800 number, which is going to be manned once I get to the 500 subs mark and get some trusted, reliable mods. I'm going to have one mod, including myself, so 6 mods, manning the phone 24 hours a day, on call, unpaid, just to help their fellow addicts. But they've got to be addicts, or they've got to have first-hand experience, or even a family member being an addict, that would count. I'm going to eat my sandwich. And nobody wants to see me eating on camera, but you got to eat, haven't you? Hello, mate. How are you? Whereabouts are you from, mate? Whereabouts are you from, guys? Now, if people are not trolls in this channel, there's 27 people in the chat. Hit the like button, or as a certain community set the bells. But at the end of the day, guys, the more I preach about people being in active addiction. Yes, I'm an addict myself, and I will be for life. But the difference is I'm in recovery. Now, it's not easy. It's the hardest thing in the world to do. A lot of people are addicted to different things, addicted to money, addicted to sex, addicted to gambling, addicted to drugs. There's all kinds of addiction. I mean, buying and selling cars, I've been doing a bit lately, and it's become addictive. It's like you replace one addiction with another. Whoever you are, you will always be an addict. So please, guys, do not get it twisted. Once an addict, always an addict is true. But once a smackhead, always a smackhead is not true. It couldn't be more further from the truth. Now, I shouldn't be eating on camera really, but I'm starving, so I've got to. I just want to help people with what's been my own demise, which was heroin, crack cocaine, not so much alcohol. I used to just drink a little bit, but I wasn't alcoholic. I was heavily involved in consuming tablets, but ever since a certain incident happened to me, not to me, but yeah, to me, yeah, in about 5 or 6 years ago now, I would never touch another one of those again, because I suspect there was the things that took my loved one away. But I'll leave it there now. I don't want to keep going on and on like a parrot, because it's not fair on the family. And totally, to be honest with you, it's not fair on me neither. Subscribe to the channel, guys, and get me to 500 subscribers so we can see what the difference in mental health and drug addiction between the UK and the rest of Europe. I'm not going to go further afield from Europe. I can't afford it, but a couple of £100, £50, £100 for a flight, a couple of £100 for a little cheap. I'm not going to stay in a hotel or a B&B. I'm going to stay in like a backpacker's hostel. I'm not going for a holiday. I'm going to build up this channel. I mean, my old channel had nearly. I could put my old SIM card in right now. It's there in my drawer, and I could have 1.7 thousand subs. But you know what? I don't want to. I want to prove that I can build this channel up right from the ground upwards. Now, it's a weird. Since I've got off of heroin and crack cocaine, I mean, I've never been rich, and I never will be rich. I mean, I hope I will be one day, but I very much doubt it. But I live in a lovely room. I live a good life. When I want to go to the shop and buy something, I can go to the shop and buy something, no problem. I mean, I got myself a lovely Rolex watch. People think it's fake. It's not fake. It's not fake. If it was fake, I'd say it was fake. But I'm not going to admit to something. Like, you wouldn't admit to something you've not done. It's very thing. I mean, I'm feeling a bit. I'm going to boxing tonight, and you know what? I'm gutted because I feel really, really under the weather. I fell asleep last night. I'm normally up at 6 o'clock every morning, and I woke up at 10:15, which tells me there's something not ticking quite right in my body. I'm a bit snivelly. I'm a bit energyless. I just feel a bit. I do feel a little bit under the weather, so to speak. But at the end of the day, guys, we've only got to do one thing, right? We've got to live life on life's terms. Now, sometimes life is cruel. Life has been cruel, but not absolutely no reasons whatsoever. I know that I'm going to encounter something in my life which is going to be detrimental to my life. There's something around the corner. There always is. You can't turn a corner and there'll be nothing there. Every corner you turn. But with addiction, I can't remember, guys. With addiction, yeah, it is do or die. No prisoners are held in addiction. Addiction is not a kind thing. It is what you make of it. Now, you cannot, I keep saying this and I'll say it till I'm blue in the bloody face. You cannot beat addiction for your children. You can't do it for your wife or your partner. If you're gay, your civil partner or whatever. I don't have anything against gay people, by the way. I've got a gay brother. So anything against people in the lesbian or gay community, not at all. But what I'm saying is, you can't do it for anybody else but yourself. Now, you can only do it for yourself because it's yourself that wakes up with the demons. Now, do I wake up with demons now? No, I don't. I'd be a liar if I said I did. The last time I used drugs was a few weeks ago. I'll be honest with you. A few weeks ago, yeah? Now, what I'm saying is this. If you say to yourself, I'm never going to use drugs again, or I'm never going to go to prison again, it happens. But if you do things slowly but surely, slowly catch the monkey, you will prevail. Now, there's only you can prevail yourself. Nobody else can prevail. Once I go to the library on Monday, and I'm gonna have this back wall here covered in mental health helplines and things like that, mind and stuff like that. But I mean, hopefully they'll. Hello, Eli Barraclough. How are you, mate? Welcome to the chat. Let's have a little check of you. Always like join one day ago. Well, I know what you've joined for, mate, but you're a viewer nonetheless. Eli Barraclough, fuck you know. You're doing good. Good. I hope you are doing good, mate. No matter what fucking community you're from, I hope you are doing well. I don't hate on anybody, me, mate. I've got a few people hating on me at the moment, and for life probably, unless they do see fucking sense and, speak to me. At least speak to me. At least say, come over to our house, sit round the table, let's have a chat. I'm open to that all week, every day. Any day you want, I'll drive over. Well, on my bike, motorbike. I'll ride over on my motorbike. Any day of the week, not a problem. I've got nothing to hide. But let's not get this stuck in this evil, haunting thing that haunts me every day, every fucking night. Not every night, that's a bit of an exaggeration. But there's some nights I wake up from a tragedy that happened to me, right? Well, that happened to somebody else, but by the side of me in a single bed. Sometimes I wake up sweating, and when I say sweating, I mean sometimes I fall asleep in my clothes, and that night I did, and it was a jogging top and a pair of jogging bottoms, and it was absolutely saturated in sweat, right? And it was only later on that day that I realised what I'd had night terrors. My psychiatrist has told me, unless you get forgiveness from this family, you will never, ever, ever, ever be the same person again on that front, you know? So I'm not coming on here to beg. I've done enough begging and asking, and I'm doing no more. You know, the ball is in their court. They know my address, I know their address. That's not a threat, by the way. I wouldn't dream of. If the woman was 60 years of age and not going on 80, I'd knock on her fucking door 3 years ago. When all this started, 2 years ago, when all this started. But you know what? I've got too much respect for the woman. Far too much respect. But listen, this is about drug addiction. I mean, I would love to say exactly what happened and exactly what I'm talking about, but you've got to think other people, like loved ones, families. Yeah, she was a loved one of mine, but other people, you've got to think of other people, you know? Family, mother, father, father's deceased, God bless his soul, but mother, sisters, brothers, you've got to think of these people, you know? I was clean long before this incident. Not long before, but quite a while before an incident happened in my life. And, that scared me away from taking counterfeit diazepam, counterfeit pregabalin. Now, just to put this into context, guys, if you get arrested on suspicion of murder, okay, and you've not left that person's side and you get arrested there and then, right? They do what's called a toxicology report. And if they find something like a shell of a tablet or alcohol in that person's body in the time frame, and they can nail it more or less, they can nail it to 60 seconds, which obviously is 1 minute. Nothing was inside her body that I gave to that girl. Now I'm giving it away now. Not, I'm just going hypothetically speaking, okay? Even though it's a real thing, I'm hypothetically speaking. I just don't want people to keep up your comments, Eli. Keep up your comments, mate. You're giving me channel traction. That's good. I like that. But you know what? Don't do it out of spite. You know, listen, I know who that is, I think. I don't know, so I'm not going to say a name. But I'd say a short name of Annie. Yeah? I think that's Annie. Right? Do us a favour. Do you know your sister will be fucking turning in her grave now if she knew what you was doing to me? Do you know that? It's absolutely shocking. Shocking. I very often, because I've got adult ADHD, I very often accuse people or of like moving things or things going missing, and I find them and I apologise. But with a bereavement, it's completely different. You know, I would possibly have children with this certain individual by now, and we would most certainly be together, children or no children. Because do you know when you meet, listen, I might look a bit rough today because I'm not well. I've not had a shower. I've not even had a wash. Okay, but I brushed my teeth, but I've not had I've got to because I'm going to the dentist on Tuesday, um, get as many ripped out as possible. So my treatment in Turkey is a bit cheaper. What you on about, Eli Barraclough? So you can go to your room. What do you mean about that, mate? Elaborate. If you can spell, which it appears you can, elaborate. What have I got for dinner today, guys? It's a Saturday. I'm going to be eating tonight properly. But that's chicken noodles, £3 But you know what? It's nice and it's filling. And it's, I wouldn't say it's healthy, but, 2 or 3 days ago that was made. But at the end of the day, guys, you can come on and you can hate all you like. It's not going to provoke me to turn up at the family home. I wouldn't do that. No mother there, I fucking certainly would, mate. Let me tell you. And enforce at that. It's not only you guys that can get people in numbers, A kid on a mountain bike, one mountain bike with a scorp in his hand can be just as dangerous as 100 vans, if not more. Remember that, guys. But that's not a threat. That's just an analogy of my terminology of to say, stop coming on here trying to sabotage because you're not going to win. I'm going to have my other number in a minute after this live stream, and I'm going to run this channel and my other channel simultaneously. If you don't know what that means together. Okay? Now, I have had traumatic instances in my life. I've had 3 partners, 1 current partner and 2 ex-partners that I hadn't been with, 1 for 14 years and 1 for 16 years, passed away. And I was always thinking, Becky, my baby's mother, was going to be the next one. So I asked to remove her. I removed her myself from my next of kin. So if it's you, Beck, watching, get yourself a next of kin roll down, girl, because I'm no longer your next of kin. I'm not having a knock on the door about you going tipped up with drugs, because that's the only thing that could affect you. You was here the other week, and you was okay. You was fine. Yeah, we got each other arrested, granted, but nonetheless, you came again. Right? You came again, and we didn't stay long. I didn't want you here long. I love you as a person. You're my daughter's, not daughter, daughter's mother. Yes, Jacoby. What says Cobes? Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Cobes was my firstborn, whether my biological or not, doesn't matter. Right? She was my firstborn. Then a few months later, she conceived with my biological child. Do you know something? I don't feel any more or any less from my non-biological daughter to my biological daughter. I mean, like my sister said, somewhere in your stomach, you probably do feel it. I said, Louise, actually, I do. Not more love. It's just like, you've made a baby for the first time when you never thought you could have kids. Been with fucking hundreds of women and never, not hundreds, but a lot of women, and never conceived a child. Now, I conceived a child, and I've still got the paperwork to this day. 2 copies, one here and one at my mother's, in case this one goes missing or I lose it in transit. Now, all I want to do... What do you mean, running the day, lad? Eli, what the fuck you on about, mate? I run from nobody, me, mate. I run from nobody. Never have, never will. Nobody fucking scares me, mate. No community, no people, no fucking scouse firms, no nothing scares me. No cunt scares me, mate. I'll die and go out on my shield for what I believe. More so what I believe in. Yeah, what I believe in, what I believe in. Running the day. Are you running the day, are you? Come here to me. I live in Walton. You know my address. Annie, stop it, love. Just come in on a fake account and speak to me. Annie, come in on a fake account and speak to me, love. just like you used to on my old channel. You know I'm not a bad fucking person. So does your mother. That's why you're feeding the community shit. Yeah, which I'm going to disprove. If you keep coming in taunting me, then I'm going to have to give evidence. Not Queen's evidence in court. I mean pure evidence to prove you lot liars. I don't want to do that. You've been through enough. One in a day, one in a night. You won't ever catch me fucking running, mate. You won't ever catch me running. But you guys that are in here that haven't got a clue what's happened or what's happening, just don't worry about it. Just sidestep that. Because I'm never going to say again live to YouTube the things that's happened to me tragically in my life. But I've been through a lot. Hence why I'm so headstrong right now. It's a packet of crisps. I won't show you the front of them, or I think I'll get copyrighted. But they're a well-known brand. Cheese and red onion with a sandwich and some noodles. Do you know what, guys? You only need to eat one meal a day. Do you know why we get asked to eat 3 meals a day? Because we're fucking consumers. Because we buy and we keep the economy afloat. I have one good, nutritious meal a day. No breakfast, no supper, no tea, just dinner. 12, 1, 2 o'clock. And my body weight doesn't change. I'm 13 stone. Well, 12 stone, 12 stone 12, 12 stone 11, going on, 12 stone 12. But it doesn't affect me or my life. Having 3 meals or 1 meal doesn't affect it. Just some crisps, mate, and a sandwich. But I've got some chicken noodles as well, which is not branded, so I can show it you. Only £2.99, £3. I normally only have one of them a day, whether it be biryani or chicken noodles. But I do like to have lots of fruit as well. I do eat a lot of fruit. Bananas, apples, pears, melon. Just trying to keep myself a little bit healthy. But you don't need more than 1 meal a day, guys. Listen, anybody listening to this that's non-traveller, go and ask a traveller to make you head jog, sheep's brains, and a sheep's head. Oh my God. The sound of it, excuse me, the sound of it knocks you sick. The taste of it, wow. Absolutely unbelievable. Sorry guys, they're nearly gone now. I better watch, banging me watch, because it's got automatic movement. And it went for the service, because that was left to me by my grandfather. I didn't buy it. Left to me by my grandfather. And £900 for the service that my mother is paying for. Why? Because of my success of not being an addict anymore. Sorry, not being in active addiction anymore, should I say. There's one girl that I know is watching this, right? Her name's Annie, right? When I looked on Facebook, or some type of social, not really on Facebook, but some type of, I've seen it on social media, shall we say. She just had a bit, excuse me, she just had a baby. She looked really well. She's a really pretty girl. Even when she's on drugs, she's a pretty girl. But my baby's mum showed me a picture of her on TikTok. It was only last month. No, at the end of March. No, it was the 3rd of April, 1st of April, 2nd of April. And she looked like she'd gone back to the drugs. And do you know I feel for the girl? Because she's a fucking real good... She's always been really polite to me. Always. This particular girl. Always been really... But like I say, addiction is very, very strong. You know, she's got backing of a fucking super mum. That mother could be the Queen of England and be successful. That mother. I wish to God I had a mother the same as that. Some people don't know what they've got till they've gone. You know who I'm on about. Okay? So please, if it is you, I'll never know. But if it is you, Squirrel Patch, before your mum fucking... it's just a figure of speech. Before your mum pops her bloody clogs, I mean, she'd probably live us all out, as you know, right? Because she's so healthy. But, you know, 79, she's got to be 80 now, nearly 80. I'm gutted I don't know the month or date of the birth, or she'll get a card off me every single year. I don't know. I don't want to turn up there because she gets very high rated, and I wouldn't want to be responsible for her having a cardiac arrest. I just wouldn't want to be. It'd kill me, you know. But this particular lady, when I was in my addiction, now you've got to have support when you're in addiction. The support I had wasn't my own mother. It was a neighbour who lived above me. And I later, few years later, got together in a relationship with her daughter, who I never knew. She must have been not prison. She must have been, you know, on holiday somewhere or doing something. I don't know, doing something. But that's the woman that shaped me. She taught me lots of lessons. She sat me down. She spoke to me. And you can't lie to this particular lady. Can't lie. So my point of the matter is, don't think you can tell lies to your mother or your father or anybody that's close to you, because you can't. Your body, your appearance, your everything gives it away for you guys. It really does. Now, all you've got to do is, embrace the fact that you're clean. Keep going to NA. Even I now, what day is it today? Saturday, Wednesday. I went to an NA meeting on Rice Lane, just a stone throw away from where I live, just to remind myself where I come from, what I've got to do. Take it one day at a time, which is what it is. I mean, I have a drink now and again, but that's that. I'm not a drink. I'm not an alcoholic, so I can have a drink now and again. You know, it's it's just a shame things went the way they went. Not just a shame for the family or the little young one involved. I mean young one, I mean 30-odd-year-old, 32 or 33, I believe she was. And myself as well. I could have easily turned back to drugs from that. And do you know what? See that girl who I go and see twice, 3 times a month without anybody knowing? Well, everybody knows because I've told them, but nobody knows when I go, what time I go, who I go with, how I go. Nobody knows, but I do go. I don't leave any footprints behind, no cards, no flowers, no nothing. Do you know why? Because I don't want to disrespect the family, because I know how they feel. All I want to do is pay my love and respects to the last love. I didn't love Danielle. I was with her for 2.5, 3 years. I didn't love her. Yes, I loved her, but I was not in love with her. And you guys must know there's a big difference. Yes, that's the last girl I will probably ever be in love with. I was offered a chance from my baby's mum to rekindle things, start again when we're both clean. No, he betrayed me too much. Now, it always seems to be the fact that people you love the most, you can't have, for one reason or another. Whether it's they don't want to be with you, whether they lose their life, which is a bit drastic and dramatic, I get that. But whether it's the travelling woman, it's a turn on, if I'm honest. If I'm completely honest, it is. But it's not just about it's about how she looked, how she acted and conducted herself on the inside, you know? Anyway, I'm gonna stay on for a few hours. I got given the ticket actually. I got given the ticket. When I got the boxing, I refused to pay more than £80. Last time I paid £80, I was on the second, third, or fourth row in the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool when Nick Ball boxed the Traveller, actually, TJ Doheny, now based in Australia. But this one is priced at 275. I could probably get £1,000 for the ticket. No, I'm going on my own, just for. I can't take any. I can do a few photos and videos and stuff, but it'll get copyrighted, so you can't post it on your channel because them boxes are assigned to a certain promoter, certain manager, and you can't disrupt that or you get copyrighted. Excuse me. And what's the point in giving your analysis on something if you can't put it on YouTube, like the actual footage? There's no point, is there? I'm going to erase that channel I've got now, the boxing channel. In fact, no, I'm not. I'm going to keep it. Yeah, because it'll be dated. So I want it dated from the very date. Like this channel says it was, I don't know, a few months before I actually started making content on it. but it's not. It's only 3 weeks old. 3 weeks. 3 weeks on Monday. And I already have 80 subscribers. I mean, I normally get, in the earlier days, I was getting 7, 8, 9 subscribers per short, per live. I soon got past the 50, which I was asking for. I don't put shorts out no more because they're not good. They don't do it. The people say they give you traction to your channel, but really, do they? I don't think they do. I really don't think they do. But I'd love to know who this Eli Barraclough is. In fact, I'm going to screenshot that. I'm going to screen. There we go. You heard that, didn't you? Only so, not for the shades or the warbs or the police. It's just because so we can have a look at it back at it in time and see who Eli Barraclough. Eli Barraclough, what is that? Oh, at kids. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, he's getting shanghaied him. He's getting fucking blocked. Kids. You don't fucking use the words kids in my chat, mate. See ya. Oh, so it must have been you. Yes, make another fucking channel. Eli Barraclough. You're a nonce. You're a rapist, like many of his are. You know this, I know this. Oh, so Eli Barraclough, yeah? Well, make another channel and then come in, okay? Just be, all you ask from people that come in this channel is be transparent, be respectful, and just have a listen. If you don't want to listen, you're not interested, just scroll on, you know? But this is a mental health and a drug and mental health addiction channel. Okay, so it's mental health and it's drugs combined. It's drugs because that was my forte or old forte. You know, yeah, you've come in on a different channel now. We'll get that, no problem. Only takes a minute to make a channel, I think. I wouldn't know because I've never made a fake one. I put my face and my name, my full name, to my channel, okay? People say don't do that, but I do. Why? I've got nothing to hide and nothing to fear. I only fear God. God's got a plan mapped out for us all. And we'll go whatever route he fucking decides. Now, it's not biblical channel, don't get it twisted. Anybody that are biblical, don't get it twisted as well. I'm a religious man. It's just not a religious channel. Okay? I'm going to stay on this channel. I'm going to stay on this for a few hours. I've got to get a shower. I've got to get my jeans on, my Stone Island overcoat. I'm having a couple of cans of beer. I won't show what beer it is, but I am having a beer as we speak, just to get myself geared up for tonight. Brilliant night. Brilliant night. So I've just got myself 4 cans, but not strong cans, just normal cans of Stella. Or whatever, well, not Stella, Miller, whatever they're called. I just, let's see who's just coming. Yeah, kids. You mention kids on this channel, mate, you just get dispersed. It's not a children's channel. I can't help children coming in, making channels, false channels. Excuse me. As long as I say it's not made for kids, just before I do the live stream, then I've done as much as I can possibly do. If people slip through the net, that's YouTube's problem, not my problem. Okay? Now, I want to talk about schizophrenia today. I've just been re-diagnosed with paranoid schizophrenia, right? So that is just the same as what I was diagnosed with before, but it has a different name. Now, many diagnoses all have the same trait. I've just been diagnosed with attention deficit disorder, which is known as ADD as short. Now, I don't do things on impulse anymore. Like borrow my family money and say, oh, it's okay, you're alright, just leave it. Or just give me this, give me that, give me that. No, no more impulsive decisions from me. I'm on Concerta XL, which is pure amphetamine. I was on diazepam, but I'm not no more because they send me up where they would send a normal individual down. Amphetamines would send people up, but they would send a patient like me, ADD, ADHD, the opposite way, down. So now I can concentrate more. I don't go, well, when they get in my system actually. I've only been on them a week, so I've got to give them a chance to work, you know. But I just want I just want to spread awareness, guys. Stay away from them fucking fake tablets that you can buy on the street for next to nothing. They say temazepam. They look like temazepam, but they're not temazepam. If you got a drug test, you wouldn't flag up for temazepam. No matter how many you've had, you just wouldn't. It's a fucking artificial synthetic sleeper, okay? I found a bag of powder in the town centre yesterday morning. No, not yesterday morning, the morning before. Excuse me. I was out all night, right? Getting a bit of content from my channel, which I've not uploaded yet because it's got to be edited. Not edited what people say, edited what I want to show. That's the difference. A big shout out to Billy Moore, the All or Nothing podcast as well. He's phoned me personally on my personal number, giving me pointers and advice over what to edit, when to edit, how to edit. Now I'm currently doing a course at Bird College. It starts again next. I think we finished on Friday till I think 2 weeks, a week or two. I better check actually. Better check. We've got Bird College, which is in Bootle. We've got to check the. I've got to check the timetable to make sure I don't miss. It's a social media course, but I'm concentrating. You can pick from three segments: editing, uploading, or something else. I've gone for edit. I don't know. I know everything else. I just need to know how to edit. Sorry, not edit. 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 Edit from a GoPro camera to a laptop to the channel. I've got a brand new Apple Mac there in my drawer right now. £999 for the Apple MacBook Pro. It's a laptop, top of the range laptop. Yes, it is 2024. It's a couple of years old, but it's still £1,000. I wasn't paying £1,900 for something which is more or less exactly the same as what I got for £999. So I've spent between the iPad, which is a ninth generation one, very old one, £200, £900 for the GoPro, £1,000. That's nearly 2300 pound. Now I'm just getting going now. I'm using my phone, this one, and my iOS, Apple, both different. Every time I do a live, one's iOS, one's Android. Now I just split them because I'm trying to learn, because I want to turn to Apple. I want to turn to Apple. It's more secure. I think it's better, and ultimately it's more secure. So the iCloud is more secure. I don't have a Samsung account. I don't trust in them. I get multiple updates. Update your device. You are blah blah. Improve it. Get the best of it. No, get the best out of it. This is only for live streaming. This phone. Yeah, I've got another SIM card where I make phone calls from, and I've give and receive texts. So at the end of the day, it's in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make these noodles because I'm quite hungry. I've not ate since I had one meal yesterday. Like I said, I have one meal per day. So today I had a sandwich, a rather large packet of crisps, and I'm going to put that in the microwave right now. You've got to eat, guys. If you don't eat, your brain is starved and you can't cooperate, you can't do anything properly, right? Just a quick 90 seconds. Don't see me in the kitchen, guys? So kitchen. There's a back door. Windows. Boiler. Table. A bit crummy. I don't eat in here actually. But there, look, 2 washing machines, toaster, another toaster, kettle, cupboard. Lovely little oven. Needs cleaning, mind. But you know, then we've got my cupboard, that cupboard, 2 fridge freezers, and a microwave. Now that's me. I don't need anything else, anything more, anything less. I just need that. That's all I need. I want to put that for another 30 seconds because I like it to be hot. Not just to be hot, just to burn any shit that's incurred since it's been made. Who's this Japanese guy? I'm going to do a Google Translate on you when I finish, mate. You joined 12 years ago, but you've got no subscribers. I wonder who that is. Well, listen, I'm going, and I really am. I'm going for the long haul here. I'm going to live stream for 3 whole hours. I'm on 54 minutes now, nearly 54 and a half minutes. I'm going to live stream for 3 hours. There you go. I'll show you. While somebody's on, I'll show you my kitchen. Back door, other window, boiler, 2 fridge freezers. Yeah, that's where I live. I don't hide the footprint of my place. I've got nothing to fear. I fear nobody other than the big man upstairs, which I'm sure if you're who I think you are, I know that's the only man on God's given earth that you fear too, because you're God-fearing people, just like myself. I go to a Pentecostal church twice a week, right? And now I don't want to make this into a biblical channel. However, what I do want to state is I am a religious person. Now, what brought me to religion? What brought me to religion? The people I've lost in my life. In particular, I'm going to call her Amy because nobody knows her as Amy. That's not her name. Now, I won't go into why is that not a name. etc., etc. That was not her name, okay? But she was the love of my life. And like I said, if you're listening, Annie, and you want these 270s of your sisters, the very last pair of trainers she put on her feet, contact me, love, and you can have them. I want to keep them myself. I would love to keep them myself. And I can, if I want to. But I would rather show some love. Not buy love, because you can't buy love. That's one thing you can't buy. You can buy health, because you can go private, speed things up. Two things you can't buy is true friendship or true love. Anything else you can buy. It's all on the market. Absolutely anything. You know, it just hurts me. It really, really hurts me. And I shouldn't even say it because that might make these certain people thrive. Oh, it's hurting him. Let's just leave him to be hurt. Do what's right by your baby sibling. Yes, the little one of the family, the youngest one, who I'd never met before, remember? I'd never met her before. You know this, five. I know he's watching. She just took 5 minutes out to make a fake channel. But you know what? I'm not bothered. I am. Yeah, well, I say I'm not bothered. I act like I'm not bothered. But really, I am bothered. I'm bothered in a big way. I want not forgiveness because there's nothing wrong. I want acceptance. How nice would it be for me and the people concerned to go out for a meal, sit round the table, all phones off, and just discuss? If it was me, I would want to know how my sister's last 10, 12, 16 hours, no, 15 and a half hours she spent with me. I would like to know how her last minute of her life transpired. I'd go to my grave. I wouldn't want to go to my grave before I knew that. Has she really got 5 children? Or is Rebecca lying? Has she got 5 children, guys? I'm not going to mention the children's names. I know one of them, but I'm not going to mention that name because that's just wrong. Completely and utterly wrong. Completely and utterly wrong to mention anybody's children, never mind deceased or not. You know, it's very it's heart wrenching. This. Why do I do this to myself? Why? Because I know she would want me to do absolutely anything I wanted to do. Of my capabilities. Being gone. Nothing, not for me. I'm not never going to get rich off YouTube. You're fucking kidding, aren't you? But what I am going to do is I'm going to fulfill the conversations. You know, pillow talk. You know, when you're in a bed with a lady, with a woman, and you start speaking, that's called pillow talk. and a lot of things come out against the family, towards the family, against the siblings, towards the siblings, on both sides. Okay, I just want to. I don't know. I'm at a loss. But my mental health is very, very stable. Very stable. Look at that for a pack of noodles. Look at that. I've got an order coming tomorrow for Monterex as well. No, sorry, Monday. I've ordered 3 pairs of shorts, 3 t-shirts, and 1 tracksuit, 1 pair of sliders. Because that little cunt Becky fucking snapped me sliders, attacking me, little twat. But yeah, at the end of the day, guys, why hide behind a camera? Why hide behind YouTube? When you've got my number, 07450 750 752. This is live. This is going out public. Phone me. Ask me to come over, please. Not for me as well. Yeah, I'd be a liar if I said it wasn't for me. For me as well, for closure, but also for your sister. I'm not going to start saying you owe it to your sister, because that will mean I'm making you feel uncomfortable when I don't want to do that. But if she was alive, I was with this girl for 6 or 8 weeks. I bought her everything. Yeah, okay. Monetary values, monetary items mean fuck all, and they do to me as well. But when you treat a girl so good, you know, so early on, and like I said, it's always been not a fetish. I can't say a fetish because I'm not a fucking weirdo. But it's always been, oh, I'd love to be with a travelling woman. Oh my God, how sexy would that be? It happened. Do you know what? It fucking ended, mate. It ended very quick. What the fuck, mate? Why? Why the fuck would you do this to yourself, Mark? Why? Because in Amy's name, I'm going to take this channel to the fucking stars. I get 3 subscribers, 4 subscribers at the end of every live stream. Okay? But do us a favour, guys. Just show your support. Get your people to get behind me and show your support. Even if you want to see me first. I know exactly who this person is. Keeps clicking in and out, in and out, in and out. And I'm sorry for doxing you. Last week, I deleted that video where I doxed you. If you've not noticed, I deleted it. Okay, I deleted the video because it was completely wrong for me to dox your name and address to anybody, right? You should know, Anne-Marie, I'm not like that, love. Just speak to me, phone me on the number I've just given you. Why don't you at least have the fucking cojones, because you're not a woman, cojones, just to phone me and just not have second-hand hearsay from Rebecca. Rebecca's a good girl. She's a really loyal girl. She's a lovely girl. She's my baby's mother. But I don't trust her like I trust you. And I don't trust you like I trust your mother. But your mother is too old of age. So please make sure she does not get to know Mark's been on YouTube. Don't tell her, love, because it's not good for her health. It really isn't. It's not good for her health. And you know what I think of your mum? She left me her keys when she went to her sister's in Scotland for 2 weeks at Christmas. She left me her keys to her flat. Okay? Don't let nobody in. No, I won't. I went and sat in there a few times because I only had a couch and a television in mine. That was like a proper home. So I went in there and I just sit back, watch the TV, or listen to the radio. And I used to sit back in that flat in Domingo Vale. I used to sit back and think, wow, this woman's trusted me with her keys. What a fucking woman. Listen, if you don't love me if you hate me, I don't care. Remember what type of mother you have. You have got a super mother. Annie, I know it's you, but you're not going to leave a footprint, are you? Whether you do or you don't, it doesn't matter. I would never report you for nothing. Me and Rebecca have just got arrested. Did we make statements against each other? Absolutely fucking not. Why? Because it's wrong to do so. In our world, it's wrong to do so. Simple as that. Complete and utter simple as that. Yeah, I'm having a drink. I'm just not showing the can on the live stream because I don't want it to be copyrighted. But I also don't want to be coming on speaking about my ex-girlfriend, the one that I lost in tragic circumstances. I don't want to keep coming on doing this, but there's only one thing that can stop it, because I always gravitate towards this subject, because I'm not trying to bribe you. Just phone me and say, Mark, come over to Southport. Not Southport, Tingyport. What's the other port? Not Southport. So anyway, it's not Southport, but a different port. Port Leash or something. I'm thinking of the prison in Ireland. Port Leash. No, it's not Southport. I don't know where I got the fucking Southport from. But I just wish that you'd invite me over and just have a chat. I don't want to turn up. I'm really tempted just to drive over on my bike, leave my bike ticking over outside, and see. But I could have done that 10, 15, 20, 30 times over. Do you mean you got respect for somebody? Respect is not bought or given. Respect is earned, okay? And you can only earn respect by acting as a proper person. Sorry, I'm just putting my phone on charge a minute. So, yeah, it's I'm going to stay strong on. Normally I've got to end my lives after 50 minutes, 40 odd minutes, but I'm going to stay strong on this one. And I will get more subscribers, and I will get people watching in the background who will subscribe. I guarantee you this will end up with more. I've got 80 subscribers exactly, I just checked. Okay? I bet you I've got 82 or 83 by the end of this live stream. Even though there's nobody in the chat at the moment. Big shout out going to Old Rusty Relic. My former buddy. old rusty relic, please come and join the channel again, mate. I've changed channels, but I'm sure Jojo Dancehall, please come and obviously you've been affected by mental health. Please come and join the channel, guys. I'm stopping these vapes soon. They're costing me 12 quid a week. 12 quid a week can feed me for fucking 3 days. So I'm gonna stop them soon. How the fuck? Look at my ceiling, guys. Look at that beautiful ceiling rose. That's been there since the probably 1950s, 1940s. In fact, no, before 1930s. This is an Edwardian property where I am now. Edwardian. Anybody that knows the history, which I know very little of, but I do know it's an Edwardian property, split into 6 rooms. A big, massive house that probably had a chambermaid back in the day. You know, I'm not letting go of this for 3 hours. I'm going to stay on for 3 hours. Whether I've got 1 viewer, no viewers, 55 viewers, I don't care. A lot of people view this channel without clicking the watch live button, and that counts as a live view. Okay, so I will get many subscribers from this channel. I'm waiting for my hair to grow. If you've not noticed, I want a short back and sides, clean short back and sides, like I've always had on both sides and the back. I had alopecia, a big bald patch in my head through stress. I just want to be listened to. If you don't want to believe what you hear, that's fine, guys. That's fine with me. But if you do, then just hear me out. Just hear me the fuck out. And, hang on, sorry. Hear me the effing out and decide. My eyes are watering because there must be, I've not got hay fever. I'm allergic to ragweed, tree pollen, and grass pollen. Maybe there's people cutting the lawns. I've got my windows open, so that's probably why. I don't know having windows open. Well, I do in the summer, but not in the winter. You know, just people understand. Have a bit of understanding. I'm going to have to knock on this door, I think. I really think I'm going to have to knock on this door. If I get a bad vibe, I will leave straight away. But I've held myself back for so many years, right? I just think I'm not bothered who's behind it. I'm not coming for violence. I just need this for closure. There's never going to be closure. There's no such thing as closure. But for me to be accepted, not forgiven, because I've done nothing wrong, like I said, but for me to be accepted. Now, at least listen to my version of events, okay? No matter what you say, police, yes, they're lying bastards, but toxicology reports don't lie. That's when it gets serious, okay? I did DNA on Lottie, my daughter. with Rebecca. She come back as mine. I doubted her all through the pregnancy. We was walking on Brett Road near the Asda. We got a call of Nicola, a social worker. Rebecca, I've got some good news for you. Mark is the father. You know? And that, if I hadn't doubted her throughout that pregnancy, maybe it would have gone completely, entirely different. It probably would have done. But, you know, in hindsight's a great thing. But it doesn't fix wrongdoings, or it doesn't fix right doings neither. What it does do, I don't think I get drunk off 4 cans of 4% lager. I normally drink the black cans, which I'm not doing anymore because I just feel horrible often. Annie, do your sister a favour. Do your sister, I'm not trying to put the guilt upon you now. Do your sister a favour. Come in and just speak to me like you used to. Your mother must be 80 now because she was 79. Yeah, 12 months ago. So she must be 80 now. Don't you think she deserves to go to a, I don't mean this nasty, go to her grave knowing what her fine, hang on, you just come back in. Let me repeat myself. Don't you think your mother at 80 years of age deserves to know how, see, you won't even listen. No problem. But I want to stay on because there's people outside. There's people outside. There's plenty of people watching. Now, drugs and mental health define people. And they define people in a big, big way. Either, one time, get some tissue. And have a wee as well, by the way. Right, guys, I'm going to end this live right now, and then I'm going to come back on in a new live, okay? So if you're stick about, I'm going to end this live right now. I'm going to come straight back on.